Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome in today's session. Today, as every week, we have a new face, we have a new topic with us. A lot of you people enjoyed the last session with Sardar Abu Bakr, and I was noticing a lot of activity in the WhatsApp group as well. But the thing that nobody noticed was the quality of questions that were being asked from the trainer made the session a lot more interesting that it was for the employees, sorry, the members eventually. So I would recommend all of you to do the same in this session as well. Do ask questions, a lot of questions, and most importantly, relevant questions. So about today's topic, today we have two topics. One of them being using data analytics for decision support, and the other one would be anti-money laundering. And the trainer with us today is Abdul Qayyum Sheikh. Abdul Qayyum Sheikh is our fellow member of ACCA, and he's currently working as unit head analytics at UBL. Abdul Qayyum, can you please turn on your webcam so people can see and hear?
Yes, guys. Good evening, everybody. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can see you and we can hear you. One thing that I forgot to mention is Abdul Qayyum was our runner-up for the National Advocacy Awards last year in the national category, and rest I have told you all about him. So I'll hand over to Abdul Qayyum to formally introduce himself and do justice with his achievements. Thank you. Over to you, Abdul.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you all guys are having a good day today. So this is Abdul Qayyum Sheikh, and I'm an ACCA member. Currently working with UBL, which is one of the largest bank of Pakistan, as a unit head data analytics and investigation, financial crime investigation. Before assuming this role, I was associated with UBL internal audit department.
Abdul, we have lost your audio. I can see that you are speaking, but we are unable to hear you.
And data analytics, investigation, compliance. So thanks to ACCA, and I'm a proud member of ACCA just because of diversification of the course outline, the diversification they have provided during the study material and the training sessions we have taken earlier in our times, and the training we have been taking from the audit firm and the K Electric. So it was a very challenging assignments. So just because of ACCA, I have a very diversified exposure in the field of audit, finance, and compliance. So currently, basically, this analytics role I have assumed since last 2.5 year in the compliance function. So moving towards the topic of data analytics, nowadays, can you guys see my screen?
Not yet. Now we can.
Okay, now you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So nowadays, data analytics, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence are the names which we are currently hearing from the social media, from different organizations, and basically many organizations have created this function in the recent past times. Even in my organization, in my unit, This unit was introduced in March 2020, and I was the one who assumed this charge and established this unit with my team members. I have a very diversified team members, which I have taken from some guys from IT, some from branch audits, and some from branch. So data analytics actually not if you see, there are many languages which we use during analytics, but if you don't have business knowledge, if you don't have the actually the what you want, the algorithms you learn, the languages you have learned is useless for everybody. So there are guys who actually write the scripts, uh, 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 write the scripts and actually done the programming, but they actually don't know what they actually want. So moving towards the data analytics and decision support, what is actually data analytics, and through this data analytics, how the decision we are taking, how the organization are working on it, on this decision based on the visualizations, based on the numbers, based on the actually figures which we present through the analytics tools. So this slide actually represent industries benefiting from data analytics, and unfortunately, not unfortunately, but fortunately, financial services, which banks are leading in this analytics role, and high tech and telecommunications is also one of the leading industry which they are working on it. Similarly, transportation, logistics. Actually, you see, there are many high-tech and telecommunications working on the analytics tool because and financial services, because there is a new normal now, the digital trend now. Actually, for this digital trend, we need to analyze what actually we are doing, what we have done in the past, and what we have to do in future. So basically, these organizations have gone through, and which we are currently going through with the digital transformations. Basically, financial sectors, if you see, there are many, almost every bank have now a digital app which they are using. It also helps us to reduce branch footprints. Means customer are more interested into their digital and use the digital channel. Similar next is customer experience. This customer experience can be sought out through this analytics tool, because if you are using the app or if you are using any mode like you are using net banking, so there are many customer experiences tool which we are using, and to improve this customer experience, there are some if you guys saw in the app, rate us, or if you see on iPhone, iApp, Apple App Store, or Android app, you rate the app and you share your experience. So these are recorded on the backend, and these backend recorded analytics we perform, which we see, and which we gather the information, and we see the root cause of bad experiences and other experiences, and we try to improve the customer journey on the front end. Product innovation, customer loyalty, real-time analysis, fraud risk mitigation is also these are the areas actually which are currently covering by many organizations to cover the customer experience journey and customer experience journey, and to improve the operational efficiency of the organization, to improve the profitability of the organization, and to improve the overall product life cycle. Basically, if we introduce any product and customer is not interested, and this type of products which we analyze which were not marketable, then definitely this product will launch, but it got failed in the market without any prior analysis, without any industry analysis, without any customer experience. So basically, these all industries are collectively working all together in their own areas. If you see travel and tourism, there are many pages actually. If you search on any Facebook page of the tour, next time you will see the same types of suggestions over your new feeds. Basically, this is actually analytics performed. These are the actually algorithm based working on the back end, which we actually see on the next slides. Okay, so basically, what is data analytics? Data analytics is the process of extracting useful insights from raw data. Okay, so there is a huge amount of data which we are analyzing.
Juliet, for interrupting you, I think we cannot see your presentation. You might have unshared it. Now we can.
Okay. Uh, okay. So, what is data analytics? Data analytics is the process of extracting useful insights from raw data. Actually, the guys who are sitting on the top and who are working on the decision making, they don't have actually uh, uh, want to see this raw data. So basically, if we want to analyze and take a decision what to do, then we have to collect data and volume and value based. Okay. There are a huge data which is in the Excel sheets or in the SQL format, which we cannot even open on the Excel if you cross the 1.1 million rows. So there are many databases who actually shrink the data, who actually discount the data and come up on the information side. So after information, they share the knowledge, and after this, you have to take the decision. So from data, you have to take decision on the basis of historic data and trend analysis. From raw data, you cannot actually see what you want actually. So from raw data, you can actually get the information, you get the knowledge, and in final stage, you take the decision. For example, if you want to see the sale, or if we talk about the banking industry, if we want to see the deposits of our for one branch, or we have 1400 plus branches. So we have the data of 1400 plus branches. So we sharing in the month to month basis. We take the YTDs, we take the month to month deposit. So these are the actually information and knowledge which we discount and then take the decision that which branch we have to work on to increase the deposit, which are the branches where there are manpower who can come up with the solution. So this is a very actually discount the data and take the decision based on the information and knowledge we have. Moving to the next slide, there are four types of data analytics. The first one is descriptive, a second one is diagnostic, third is predictive, and the fourth one is perspective. So if we talk about the first one, descriptive. Actually, I want to give an example of descriptive analysis. This example, actually, descriptive analysis is based on historical data. Okay. So what we actually get from the historical data, what we have actually right now. What are my sales figures, what are my deposits figures, what are my price figures, how the analysis of month to month. Actually, it's present on the basis of bar charts, line charts, tables, or generic narratives. If it can be in any form, it just see you the historical picture or the current picture of your organizations of any product. If you want to see the sales product, so it gives you the analysis. It is called a descriptive analysis. And another an advanced form is second one. Basically, this tool is used for analytics is used for to see the root cause. What is the root cause and why did it happen? In the first slide, we see what happened, and in the second one, we want to know why did it happen. If the sales is go down, what is the reason? And if the sale is going up, what is the reason? So we want to see the root cause analysis. The root cause analysis is based on the first one. What are the changes? It's based on the change prediction. Why did it happen? And similarly, once we go for the predictive analysis, it actually predicts the future value. Why did it happen? If I see the change in deposit figures, if it's increasing on a daily basis, so I am now predicting the what will be my deposit figure for the next 3 months or the next 6 months. So I am predicting this analysis. For example, as I have quoted here is Netflix and Google. It's make predictive based on users' watch history, search history, demographics, rating, and preferences. So these are all the predictive analysis. It can be goes in a right direction or it can be goes in a wrong direction. But the predictive is based on the historic data and the analysis of root cause. So the prediction is it can be a realistic one rather than which we go for the unrealistic numbers. If I'm checking the I have my if I have a profit of in this quarter of 1 billion, so I'm not predicting which is higher than the last one. If I suppose say 50% from the last same quarter last year, but now I'm predicting it will increase by 100%. It will not actually work on this matter because there are many other factors like in current situation. If we can see there are increase in dollar rate in dollars. So we have state bank monetary policy 15%. So there are a change in deposit figures. The lending and the borrowing will definitely affect from the customer and the asset side and liability side, both side will affect. So the rationality in the predictive, it should be actually a rational on the rational basis. Perspective analysis, basically this is nothing new. To improve this basically actually to improve everyday business operations and achieve a competitive differentiation. Example, identify customer data likely to be abundant or service or product, digital app, etc. Actually, perspective analysis is basically used to improve our those customers, those customers and those applications which actually are not using. And recently we have also conducted that analysis, okay, that how can we increase our digital app users. So we have different cuts of analysis, okay, that who are the customers who are only going to the branch, who are not using on a non face-to-face activity. And we have also performed another analysis, who are the customers who are actually going to the branch face to face and also using non face to face channel. Means they are going to the ATM, they are using digital app as well, but in a lower volume, but they are going for the face-to-face transaction. They are more interested in face-to-face transaction. So these type of analysis actually prospect those customers, those businesses that will come up with a solution. So these, if we pitch these customers, if we pitch those customers, don't go to the branch. We have digital app. This is a very if this is just for your example. if we are providing you this free solutions, it is a very single page applications, is a free of cost transfer. You can see the instant balances, you can just transfer your money on the one click. You don't have to rush to the branch, petrol, your energy, and there are many aspects as well. So if we pitch these type of customers, so that will definitely increase my digital app users. And similarly, in the case of service and products, if my customer is not interested in one product, so let's pitch another product or another service. So there are, you can see there are around 20 to 25 banks in operating in Pakistan. So there is a very tough competition with respect to service and product we are actually offering with different services. Someone is offering the free product, someone offering a free checkbook and ATM. There are multiple channels they are actually using. So if we see those customers who are actually opened the account but did not operate it since last 1 year, or they are operating but suddenly they are not operating, so we can actually move to them, call to them, ask what are the reasons. So the reasons which we are asking on the calls or on the surveys, these actually are consolidated through in a one form, and go in a perspective analysis and come up with the solutions, and then we think how can we make it happen actually. So any question in data analytics, what is data analytics and a type of data analytics? Any question?
Not yet, Abdul. But I would recommend all the participants to write up their questions in the chat box, so uh, we can answer them time by time.
Okay, so let's move forward. Uh, this basically a slide used for tools used for data analytics and difference in data sciences. I am an ACCA guy. I am not an IT person. Okay, so for me, I'm assuming the role. I'm working on this role since last 2.5 years. But I have learned these type of languages, not on advanced level, but I used to learn from my analytics guy, and I have some knowledge of these tools. But for this role, for data analytics, you don't need to be a IT guy as well. As I say you in the if as I introduce myself in the beginning and also informed, for data analytics, you must need a business knowledge. Actually, analytics and data science are two different things. That for analytics purpose, you need to know what I want to show and what I want to achieve. So these tools actually work for this result. If you don't know what the analytics, what type of analytics you want, what type of result you want, then these tools are not going to help you in any kind. So there is a difference between data analytics and data science. Basically, I'm talking about data analytics right now, and will also share the examples of data science of what is the main difference actually. So data analytics is basically are the tools which we are using for visualizations and to show the results. So main actually for tool as use of Microsoft Power BI. This is a very common nowadays. People are going for training as well. People are giving trainings as well. Same is Tableau, and the third one is Oracle Analytics Server. This is a OS. This is currently using it in my organization in UBL. Through this tool, basically we have a huge customer portfolio we have, and through this tool we actually drag and drop and we have this kind of analysis in this tool. So we just drag and drop the fields from respective areas, and by click on result, so we only get that result which we actually want. So for this purpose, I don't need to write the long query to create the results. So basically, these tools actually faster the process, and to discount the multiple data to in a visualization factor. Second is SQL. SQL is basically used for the data cleansing. You can, as I told you earlier, Excel has a limited field option, rows and columns. So you can dump your data in the SQL server. So you can format the data to write a simple query. You can discount the data to write a simple query. You can clean the data through simple query. Or if you good enough in writing a huge query, so you can also get similar type of results which Power BI tools actually giving you. You can also get these results, but not in the visualization format, or not as quick as possible, which actually Power BI is using. So the second one is data science. So the difference of data science and data analytics is they are actually using Python. This is a basically programming language. In actually, I have quoted this example, the UBL RPA. We have a robotic process automation used as a project by using Python language. Actually, in this project, I am not actually quoting the entire project, but actually, for example, I just want to give you one example for this. What we have actually done. We have multiple type of sheets, multiple type of queries, multiple type of data sets. So one of our Python guy has created a language, a programming language, whatever you can call. So he actually once he write it was a huge time-taking exercise when he was actually programming that language. So when the results actually came, actually it was my idea. So I have communicated to him. I want that kind of a script that I want just by one clicking this button, I want this type of result. So I want to just tell you, you need to be an analytical guy. You as a accountant, as a professional associate, you have a vision what you want to see. So just draw this picture on your page and go for this. So actually, these type of languages can help you out on the results you actually want. Similarly, in the case of machine learning, this is artificial intelligence actually enable computer to self-learn. What is self-learn? You can see nowadays, if you go on any YouTube page or any Facebook page, if you click on a one page, you will automatically get similar type of feeds. This is actually machine learning. Actually, this computer is actually checking you, saving your ability, what you actually want, what is your, even nowadays, if you are in a good mood, you will definitely see or feeds similarly like that. If you want to have a coffee, I have my personal experience. I was actually traveling and thinking what go to some other places, or which I have for the transportation, and suddenly I was scrolling down the Facebook, and automatically appears on my new feeds that there I was surprised how my Facebook know I am here, and I wanted to go there, and I was looking of the option of going by the train, by the tram, or by boat, or whatever. So this is actually a machine learning is operating AI based. in my current organization, I have also made a project. I'm leading the project on the AML-based project, where we are using the machine learning to actually save the time and money and the cut down the cost of human intervention. So basically, we are doing this process to automate those things, all those type of alerts which actually human intervention is actually not required, and that manner where the high risk areas can be seen. When the high risk area is not actually highlighted, so it automatically don't route to the human intervention or check for the human intervention behavior or close for the international behavior. So basically, this actual difference between the data analytics and data science. Any questions? So we can actually, I want to show the analytics and the dashboards which actually present the result based on the analytics we have performed.
Yes, Abdul Karim, we have two or three questions. The first one is from Awais Anwar. Awais Anwar basically जानना चाह रहे हैं, can you explain के algorithms क्या होते हैं?
Yes, अवेयर algorithms basically languages होती हैं जो आप एक्चुअली राइट करते हैं। जैसे पाइथन में मैंने आपको बताया कि एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस होती है और आप उसमें राइट करते हैं आप उसका अल्गोरिदम पूरा, और वो अल्गोरिदम बेसिकली आपको उस ह्यूज डाटा में से उस जो आपका फॉर एग्जांपल 10 मिलियन कस्टमर्स का अगर आपका पोर्टफोलियो है और उन 10 मिलियन कस्टमर्स में से आपको सिर्फ 10 रॉज में से आपको पता करना है कि यार ये चीज कहाँ से मुझे मिलेगी, सो यू कैन राइट दैट अल्गोरिदम, ठीक है। Or if your algorithm is right and successfully runs, so it will definitely show you the data. Yes.
Another one is from Muhammad Umar. Muhammad Umar, he's quite confused because Python, SQL, and R language are programming languages.
Yes.
He's asking, I don't know how it is classified between data analytics and data sciences. He's quite confused between the two. Basically, I think he got confused by the examples that you're using of the tools that are used for analytics and data sciences.
Okay. Basically, SQL is also used for scripting purpose, and it also used for the programming purpose. But this is not the actually data. This is not used for the data science perspective. For analytics purpose, if as I told my example, if you want to discount, if you want to format, if you want to data clean, so you can easily do from the SQL. And in the similar case, I have explained as earlier, if you want, अगर आपके पास Excel में 1.1 million की fields हैं, you can dump your data in the SQL field and you can write the script over there, and you can similarly get the data if the same data you are now getting from the BI tool. So BI tool actually is an advanced level now.
Okay, next up is Shehryar Mehdi. He wants to know what is the difference between algorithm and a code.
Algorithm and a code.
Basically the SQL script that you write as an instruction for the tool.
So algorithm actually is a full actually a script you are writing. Okay, you are joining from one table to another table. You are pulling, you are discounting over there. So आप बेसिकली algorithm जब आप लिख रहे होते हैं तो उसके अंदर आप पूरे एक टेबल, दो टेबल, एक रो, दूसरा रो, सब चीजों को आप मिला के उसके अंदर डिस्काउंटिंग करते हैं, कहीं पे फॉर्मेट चेंज करते हैं, वो पूरा आप उसको लिख रहे होते हैं। कोडिंग बेसिकली जो है वो मतलब उस कोड्स बेसिकली होते हैं जो इनके जो नेम्स होते हैं, ठीक है। आपको लेफ्ट ज्वाइन लगाना है, राइट ज्वाइन लगाना है, आपको मिड निकालना है, ये एक्चुअली कोड्स एल्गोरिदम के अंदर ही ये सारे कोड्स यूज होते हैं। एल्गोरिदम इटसेल्फ बेसिकली एल्गोरिदम तो नेम है, उसके अंदर तो पूरी लैंग्वेज यूज होती है।
Okay, we have Mohammed Awesh. Mohammed Awesh is saying why we need data analytics softwares when there are accounting softwares, ERPs like SAP, Oracle, etc.
No, actually, if you have a BI tool, or if you have a capacity in your SAP and if any other tool, so you don't need. I'm not using Power BI because I have an analytical Oracle Analytics tool server. I'm not using Microsoft Power BI. So if you have a capability in your existing system, you can move on the same. And if you don't have the capacity, you definitely go for any BA tool for the visualization and for analytics purpose.
Okay, Amar Hassan is asking, can we get the slides in PDF? Yes, Amar. After the session, I'll upload these in the drive link that has been already that is already been shared. And even if you don't have the link, I've uploaded the recording links file. The top row contains the link to the drive. And the next question is from Mohammed Waqas Qazi. What are the major limitations faced in machine learning, especially in banking industry, and how are they being overcome? So basically, Waqas is asking what are the limitations of machine learning in the banking industry, and how can we overcome them?
Okay, so Waqas, the answer of this question is coming in the next slide. So what we have actually have challenges in our data. For this kind of challenges, we are not going for any analytics purpose or data science or Python language. So we have a challenges slide ahead. So for your question, we will definitely move forward to answer this. Can we
Okay,
move
we
forward?
have Ali Noor. Well,
Okay.
this is the last question. Ali Noor is asking what are the benefits? What benefits could the general insurance sector drive from data analytics and data science?
I cannot understand. Sorry. General
Uh,
insurance.
the insurance sector, what role could data analytics and data science play in the insurance sector? I know for some short that this is not a relevant question for you,
No,
but
no.
if you want
Actually, there are insurance companies. Insurance companies also operate, have the compliance unit where they have the finance function as well. One of my friend is working in an insurance company, and he is performing actually a data analytics in the compliance function to monitor these type of payments and these type of transactions. In insurance, if you have the cash based transaction, this is alarming for you. Okay, so if you have already have a system to monitor these type of transactions, this is good. And if you don't have any kind of system or monitoring system you have, so you can definitely pull out these transactions and through your analytics. Again, I am telling you what you actually want, the result you want, then you will go to the analytics tool. So what you have to perform, what type of data you want first to come up with to see that kind of results. And similarly, there are people who are selling the insurance. So if you want to analyze what you have the existing data, you pull this data and analyze what are the customers where we have already sold this insurance policy. You can see the geographical locations, the number of policies sold, and you can see the age factor, age of the policy holder, means which you want to target. If 25 years of age is your customer base in the highest number of sold insurance policy, you can get this data from there. So there are multiple factors actually you can use from this analytics tool in the insurance industry.
Okay, there's one question that I want to include at this part, and also something I want to explain to the participants as well. The purpose of this session was to develop an understanding or give you an idea of how you can visualize your data and how analytics could be performed. You can have a set of raw data, a data set, and you can perform a lot of things on that data. But uh, the purpose of this webinar was to develop an understanding how to think or how to come up with questions that are that may lead you to meaningful results when you perform some analytics on the data. So, a valid question from Mehvesh Fatma: being a non-IT professional, which aspect of data science we should have knowledge of? I mean, there are a lot of courses being offered of Python or machine learning, but they are very difficult or sometimes not relevant to us being an accountant. So, I believe Abdul Qayyum can shed some light on this as well.
It's a very valid question. Actually, being heading the data analytics unit, I also want to do some specialization in these type of actually courses. But I have, Alhamdulillah, I have a team of guys who are actually expert in Python. One is actual expert in SQL. So when I discuss the course outline which they are actually providing, I'm not blaming actually these guys who are actually providing this type of trainings, but uh, this was actually a beginner level. They are only telling you what Python is. ठीक है, what machine learning is, वो आपको यही बताएंगे कि machine learning क्या होती है, how to operate, but उसके जो algorithms हैं, उसके जो आपके tables हैं, उसके अंदर indexing होती है, वो एक बहुत बड़ी चीज होती है. So if you are not on the seat, where you are not on the hands-on experience, अगर आपके पास नहीं है, मतलब अगर आप वो काम नहीं कर रहे, so it's useless. Again मैं वही बात करूंगा कि for data analytics you have to visualize yourself कि what आपको क्या चाहिए actually. ठीक है, उस क्या चाहिए को जब आप पीछे रिवर्स वर्किंग करेंगे ना, तो आपको फिर ये सारी चीजें काम आएंगी. बट इफ यू आर नॉट इन द एनालिटिक्स यूल, तो ये पाइथन, मशीन लर्निंग हो या एसक्यूएल, खुद मैंने अभी एसक्यूएल थोड़ा बहुत सीखा है, तो मतलब इस बहुत बड़ी दुनिया है एसक्यूएल भी है. ठीक है ना. सो अगर आप उस जगह पे नहीं है, अगर वो आप डेली बेसिस के ऊपर अगर आपका, इफ यू आर नॉट वर्किंग ऑन द डेली बेसिस, so these courses are not that beneficial for you.
Thank you, Abdul Karim. I have a suggestion. Why not we have the namaz break now, and we can continue after 15 minutes with the rest of the topics, if that is fine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we guys will be back at 7 o'clock sharp.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. So Abdul, if you are joined, we can continue now.
Yes, I am back. We can continue now. Okay. So you can you hear me? And is my presentation is visible to you guys now?
Yes.
Okay. So this was an actually example of data analytics and data sciences and how the decision is actually taking. Um, just to recap about the data analytics, what is data analytics? But there are four types of data analytics and data science differentiate between the analysis. So the next slide is the decision, how data analytics actually take the decision. Yes. So actually, this is a one kind of dashboard. Actually, there are many source systems which we have, and if I want to take a decision against one customer, or and what type of customer I have, and what is the experience of this customer, what are the products. So this actually the dashboard which represent an entire customer profile, entire 1 year performance of the customer, which we easily can analyze what type of customer we have, and how can I improve this type of analysis. So this is on this left side, the person information. This is the dummy information I have. On the lower side, there's the KYC data, know your customer. What is the CNIC number? When he registered in my bank? Type of customer, the individual, business, or partnership. Onboarding channel, free feet on street means phone or by walking in the branch. What is the qualification, income, is he PAP or not? Now you can see this customer inside dashboard. What is the credit risk? What is the DBR risk? What is NPS? What is the profitability I have from this customer? Customer service, how many times he inquired from us, how many times he complains, how many times he requested for any type of request, and what is the turnaround time. On the lower side, which we have the financial transaction, how many transactions he performed from ATM, how many times transactions he performed from IBFT, how he performed a transaction from over the counter. Similarly, there are non-financial transactions, credit card payments, ATM payments, mobile payments, internet payment, and on the right side, what the channel he used actually for bill payments. On the initial side, I informed you there are customers who are actually using face-to-face mode or the digital phase. So this customer actually represents currently he is a branch customer, but can be a potential for the non-face-to-face. He can be used ATM or digital app. So this information represents how I can improve my digital non-face-to-face penetration. Similarly, there are the asset products. He availed us from also the home loan facility and the car loan facility. What is the outstanding amount? How many products he have, liability products, and what is the balance in these accounts? This is a recommended product. Okay, how we can sell other products to these customers as well. Like in this side, asset side, there is a product of Cash Plus. On the lower side, he said UBL, Unisaver, foreign currency account, bank assurance we can sell. So this actually represents actually a dashboard which we have created, which many organization is working on it on the dashboard through Power BI and through many other analytical tools to represent one customer information on a one page. But there are many of my fellow members who are working in financial sector. They know there is an separate system for asset products. There is separate query for the liability product, and If you want to see statement, there is no there is nothing specifically mentioned what are the how many are the non-financial transaction and what are the financial transaction. So basically these kind of dashboard actually represents a dashboard. So this slide also clearly shows financial transaction volume over time, January to December, June to December, how many bill payments he have, he made mobile top-ups, and and he used the card where he spent the card most of the time, supermarkets, appliances, bakery. So we can actually this analysis shows how we can improve our SMS facility, what are the alliances we are offering to this customer, and what type of alliances he want. This analysis, if he are using supermarket on the higher stage, so we can send SMS and we can send him discount SMS for supermarket. For the lifestyle, we also send, but for entertainment he's less interested in the entertainment, departmental store, food and restaurant. So these type of actually analysis depict where we are standing, what type of penetration we want, and from where we can actually improve our customer base, our product, how can we generate income from these type of spendings, how can we generate other fee income from these type of customers. And in on the right side you can see the bill payments he is using, how many times he paid the bill, and there is a time actually, and interaction with digital app. He actually use digital app only 15%, for example. It's mean he's more into face-to-face operations. It means he's using our branch network more. He's interested in branch network more rather than using digital app. So we can actually promote or penetrate him to use a digital app instead of coming to the branch. Through this, operational efficiency of the branch also lower down. The volume in the branch will also come down. Where we can go in the ecosystem, because if you are coming in the branch for the branch transfer, we use paper, we use pen, we have a human resource. This paper is then punched in the end. These paper are reconciled in the end. So these type of analysis actually reduce the operational efficiency and improve overall customer experience, overall profitability of the bank, and overall ecosystem of the country. So, and if we go to this slide, he's actually how many calls he made. Outbound calls response 36, campaign 34, the complaint resolution 75. Overall commitment is rating is 3.5. Number of complaints, what type of complaints he actually made. Staff miscommitment 29%, cash retraction 24%, car delivery 9%. So this type of analysis actually we analyze. There is a higher number of complaints for the staff miscommitment. So we come up with a solution to train those staff, to train how to communicate with the customer. On the lower side, we have requests, how many online requests he made, IVFT consent, balloon payments, inquiries. Now if you see inquiries, he used to call the annual renewal fees, upgradation of the account, zakat declaration. So these all can be used from the front end. You can without any phone call or without coming to the branch. This is the fraud. Someone asked me the question how actually AI is working. So the algorithm, if you are writing, and the algorithm, if you are setting the customer behavior, actually he itself see how the customer is actually moving. So this is a fraud detection dashboard. 38% of the fraud is accurately. These are the actually numbers, not actual, but I'm just showing you what type of algorithm and what type of actually visualization we want. So the data can be pulled out from the backend and present to the management, at how the fraud are detecting, what is the volume and value of the fraud, what types of fraud actually we have, what type of merchant we have. This is a network graph analytics for money flow. This is an AML point of view we have created. If you we have basically this idea come up from a guy who worked in the telecom industry, who actually tell us, if you call to in Karachi, if you are resident in Karachi, you call to Lahore, Islamabad, so you have a actually network. We are actually analyzing the calls you are making, where the network is. So we have also created some sort of network graph analysis for money flow actually, uh, where my customer is sending money, how is sending money, where the branches are, is he operating in my own city, same branch or other branch, same district or region or geographical location. So decision can be made easily. The is this customer flow is up to the mark with his profile or not, or can we mark this customer as a high risk. If we found any suspicious activity in this graph, is he moving, most of the transaction is going to the partner bank like Bengal Fla, Bengal Habib Metro, or Bengal Habib. It's mean that he is pulling out, he is taking his fund to our bank, but ultimately pulled out his fund to the some other bank. Or if you see, there are many individual name in this graph, so we can also analyze that this customer is only transferring money to some individuals. So we can easily analyze, and we can easily take decision, okay, what type of customer he is his profile is matching with his current income or expenditure which he declared, or if you want, or this customer needs to be reported to State Bank as a suspicious transaction or not. So actually these type of analysis, if you keep in your mind, okay, what you actually want, so these analytics tool will actually help you out to come up with this result. So actually, this type of idea come up with some one of my friend was working with telecommunication industry. This idea was come up from there. So we tried to incorporate this as an organization, and alhamdulillah we have created some sort of analysis, but not in this is in the final stages. But we are working on it to improve this type of efficiency. So there was a question of what are the challenges actually we have in the data to analyze or not. These type of analysis can be performed if we have correct data, non-duplication data. We have readily available data. If you want credit card data, but there is a restriction in the extraction of the data. So there are common challenges. This is the number one challenge. We don't know where all data resides or how it is used. Many of the, just like I told you before, there is a separate system for credit card, there's a separate system for home loan, there is a separate system for liability product, there is a separate product for asset. So if you don't know how to pull the data, then definitely you will not capture this type of data and not analyze completely, and you don't get the desired results if you have these type of challenges. Challenge number two is it takes us too long to get data when we need. Definitely, there is a huge data on the source system. If we don't use the right tool, if we don't get the right query, if I don't write the correct algorithm or drag and drop, so I cannot get the proper data, or it will take definitely time to pull out one data. If you want to extract 1 year customer base information, or if you want to take 1 year turnover for entire bank customers, so definitely it will take the time. So you have to concise, you have to script those data, and you have to pull out from data that can be extracted in a shorter time period. The third challenge is that data isn't of high enough quality. It means you don't have any valid data in your system, you don't have any proper data in your system, you don't have any customer entire data on the system which you are relying on. So the table you want to extract, you must need what from where you want to extract the valid data you want to extract. So it is very important to know the quality of data available in your system and what type of data you want. So if you want to extract customer profile, so if you select the incorrect field, there are multiple fields in the system for the source of fund of the customer, but if you select the wrong field, so it will garbage for you. But if you select the correct field, but the quality of the data is not up to the mark, so again it will not beneficial for you or for the analysis purpose. The fourth channel is we have low data competency. Business user don't know enough about data to make informed use of it. Actually, being a back office function, if you go to any department that yaar mujhe ye wala data chahiye, so he will give you a raw data and he will provide you the raw data, but he will not actually tell you what actually, or you didn't communicated what actually you want. So the data competency is very much lack of common business terminology for data negativity impact reporting and analysis. Definitely, if you get the wrong data, if you don't know what actually you want, then reporting will definitely affect in the end. Data is not readily available to consumers. Access is blocked. You need to take permission. Format are not appropriate for intended use. For example, you want data in the number format, but in the system you have data in the text format. So this is not beneficial for you. Or if you are sitting in the compliance function, you want to see the credit cards, but you don't have any access. So at that point in time, you have to go for the access, take a permission, go for the approval. So these are the actually challenges you have in the data. The sixth and last challenge is no data owner. Means while there are application and system owners, but there is data is orphan. No one owns it. Means there are multiple systems. If you ask where this data is coming, no one will tell you. In banking, you will see data branch में कोई punch करता है, account opening form कोई लेकर आता है, केवाईसी कोई अपडेट करता है, फिर वो ब्रांच मैनेजर छोड़ के चला जाता है, फिर हम आईटी वालों से पूछते हैं कि यार क्या हुआ. सो डाटा ओनरशिप of the system of the field is then once again a challenge. So this is from the data analytics side and decision making. So if you want any type of question from this common challenges or this dashboard or analytics tool, so we can have a quick 5 minutes question, so we can wrap up this session.
Yes, we have some questions regarding the dashboard that you have presented. We have Tamila Hassan, and she wants to know: is this a software that was built in-house or off the shelf?
No, this is all in-house sessions. This is not all made in-house, and we have worked through with the business team and the IT guys and the compliance function. The word actually we need from where we can club these type of data. Actually, the owner of credit card department is some other business area. The consumer assets, consumer side is, owner is someone else, retail side is someone else. So we all sit together and come up with this kind of dashboard. So it will beneficial for the entire bank or entire portfolio.
Okay, so we have another question regarding the dashboard. Muhammad Umar wants to know which platform is this, and you have obviously explained that this is an in-house software that you're using. So further question from Muhammad Umar.
This is not basically in-house. This is Oracle analytics software, which is IBM software, which I have explained in this one BI tool. Power BI, Tableau, and Oracle Analytics Server. So these analyses are actually made on this Oracle tool, Oracle Analytics tool.
Okay, so is the data updated in real time, or you have to upload a new data set every time you want to see the updated information or updated results? Or if
This is a real
there's
time update. This is a real time update.
okay, so is there an algorithm that is used behind it?
We have actually linked all the systems on this dashboard. So if you search account number or through CNIC, so you will get automatically data from all the systems through this dashboard, visualization through this dashboard. But if you want to extract financial transactions, if you want to extract non-financial transactions, so you have to go to that particular system to see what type of IBFTs he made. But this is a visualization presentation which we get only on this visualization tool.
Okay, Avashan wants to know some techniques or tips on how we can collect data from different models, or what techniques for data mining that can be used if there are a lot of sources.
Actually, Actually, we have integrated all system in data lake. We are using data lake as a source system, which we have pulled all data on data lake, and then integrate this dashboard from data lake. So this information is real time, actually n minus one. If you want to see customer today, so this will show you the results of till yesterday's presentation.
Perfect. So I think we do not have. Sorry, no, we have another question. What system controls you have to ensure the quality of the data?
Actually, we are operating with the 1400 plus branches, and we have check and balances, and definitely we have multiple functions and multiple tools we are doing. But in the recent days, we have our data quality audit from one of the AI-based firm operating in Pakistan. So, Alhamdulillah, we got the results of 84% data accuracy. So this is a very good figure in terms of which we they told us that your quality of the data is almost 84% accurate as compared to other peer banks, which we have audited actually. For the rest of the data which they represent as a garbage or missing values, or so our bank is working on these type of exceptions, and we have the remediation action plan to fix those fields to get on the par level more than 90% or so. So we have that data quality check over there as well.
Uh, can we have two or three more questions, Abdul, or should we move on to the next topic?
If that question is important, so we can quickly go for it.
I think the questions are important, so let's just dive into these. Okay, so Muhammad Umar, are these dashboards not available on the MIS system? Do we need to develop a separate system for this?
No, this is the analytics tool. There is no separate system we have. This is the analytics tool which we have integrated with our system to show this kind of dashboard. These working can also be done on the Power BI, but in the Power BI you have to dump your data on a regular basis to show the result. But on this dashboard, we have integrated our source system and the dashboard all together.
Okay, a question from Fahim. In your opinion, how effective data collection in digitizing and modernizing the banking sector, especially focusing Pakistan's dynamics?
It is very important. Actually, we have created. This is not the only dashboard we have created. We have created multiple dashboard financing using the separate one. SME sector is using the separate one. Consumer is using the separate one. Actually, it would help to penetrate the customer. What customer we have to go from, where we can generate the income not the income, but the customer journey, how we can improve the customer journey, how we attract the customers, what type of services we have to offer to attract those customers and come back to operate with us, to work with UBL or any kind of bank. So this is very important nowadays, because the entire world is now moving on the digital era. Every bank, every financial sector, or any other all sectors are actually digitally transforming their organization. So this is very actually important to work on this type of analysis, these type of dashboards to cater the market.
Thank you, Abdul Qayyum. I marked some questions for the end. I think we should move on to the our next topic, and hopefully we will be able to excuse some minutes at the end for these questions.
Okay, thank you very much for this session. So can you see my slide now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so guys, thank you very much for the data analytics and decision support session. So moving towards the very hot topic we have nowadays, everybody is talking about money laundering and terrorist financing. But Alhamdulillah, we have gone through the grey list. Pakistan was previously in the grey list. Just because of our weak measures and weak controls with respect to AML and CFT. So most of money laundering and counter-terrorist financing, but for now we have some definitions and case study for you guys to overcome and to understand what actually money laundering and terrorist financing is. So first I talk about the financial crime. What actually financial crime is? Financial crime includes money laundering, terrorist financing, proliferation, tax evasion, bribery and corruption, violation of sanctions and laws. Actually, financial crime comprises from bribery and corruption. If you give bribery and corruption, आप लोग पुलिस वाला पकड़ता है तो आप उसको 500 रुपए देते हैं यार छोड़ दे. This also a financial crime. And corruption, a little amount of a penny if you are taking from any kind is called a corruption without knowing to anyone and impacting the financials. The second is money laundering, converting funds from black money to white money. If you have money from illegal sources and you are converting into white money, so you have to go through the banking channel to convert it into the white money. Tax evasion, unlawfully not paying legal taxes. There are professionals, there are many organizations which are not paying taxes as per the law, as per the their need, but to improve the profitability, to show the tax, to not paying the tax, this is also a financial crime. Sanction evasion, avoiding applicable restriction to make illegal transactions. Sanction basically a person who is referred by any law enforcement agency who was previously involved in any terrorist or money laundering activity. So there is a restriction to non-performing transaction to the sanction evaded person. If you avoid this type of restriction in your system and in the process of transaction, is also called a financial crime. The fifth one is terrorist financing, funds or supporting terrorist activity. In money laundering, you have black money and you are converting it to the white money, but in terrorist financing, you are actually funding or supporting to that activity which is from terrorist activity, and you are supporting the actually terrorist funding. So it's also called financial crime. Proliferation activity, unlawfully assessing the spread of nuclear weapons, material, and technology. Basically, this terminology is recently added in our state bank regulations. If previously it was only AML and CFT, but now CPF is also included, which actually restricted our support or giving any kind of services to organizations or the person who are actually assisting the spread of nuclear weapons, material, and technology. So impact of financial crime. Why financial crime compliance is important, and what are the impacts of the financial crime? Is actually now you are actually know everybody. You are every news channel is talking about the money laundering. There are law enforcement agencies who are actually investigating the cases. So it will definitely increase cost of law enforcement agencies, because there is a cost of a person who are investigating. He is traveling, he is moving. So basically, it will increase the cost of law enforcement agency. Economic instability, you can see nowadays the economic condition of Pakistan. This is not because of the financial crime, but there are something happened in the past which actually happened, and this condition is actually unstable just due to some political changes. So undermine the integrity of the financial institution. You can see if you process your any kind of transaction which actually involved in money laundering, converted the black money to white money, or if you have transfer or supported any financial activity, and this if this transaction was highlighted by any regulatory body, so your financial institution integrity is on risk now. Definitely you will not work or you will not perform transaction, or you will not maintain account your transaction with that institution who was supporting money launderers or terrorist financing. एक डर खौफ बैठ जाता है, एक बैठ जाता है कि मेरा अकाउंट ना सीज कर दें, बैंक ना बंद हो जाए. So bank will be closed, or their operation will be ceased. So there is a integrity issue. My funds will be blocked, or I cannot withdraw my funds. Undermine the social, political, and economic structure. This is a very common example you can see on the news channel on a daily basis now. Increased regulatory fines. In the previous past, in the recent days or in the previous years, you see the regulatory body, the State Bank of Pakistan, inspected many financial institutions and imposed a high and fines on the deficiencies of regulatory and AML CFT deficiencies, or there are many other areas where the fines were imposed. So these fines were imposed just to improve the efficiency in your system, operational efficiency in your system, to not to process these type of transactions, because ये जो transactions होती हैं, these type of transactions are performed not known to everybody. So actually, these type of transactions were concealed, performed by concealing the originating money and originating documents. So we should improve our system. We should improve. We come up with this kind of system for the detection of these type of transaction, but not to process or if we have a sanction evaded person, so not to process these type of transaction. So the regulatory body impose heavy fines on finance institution. So more of the finance institution have worked together and have people, process, and technology things in their organization. Okay, how to improve our people, how to improve their knowledge base, how to improve our systems of technology. So there are multiple factors for financial institution have been performed, and so these actually are the factors financial institution have come up with a very strong base. So we have alhamdulillah disqualified from the grills in the last FATF meeting. It will definitely increase more crimes. एक मर्तबा करेंगे तो definitely दोबारा करेंगे. So we have a money laundering definition. In simple terms, money laundering is the name given to a person by which illegal or unlawfully obtained funds are given the appearance of having been illegally or lawfully obtained. In short, turning black money into white money. Basically, the definition extracted from the recent regulations and the FATF websites. So basically, in simple terms, is turning black money into white money. If you have unlawful illegally generated money, this is called a black money. But if you if you want to turn into a white money, you have to take this money into the banking channel. So you have to be very careful of what type of transaction we have, what type of account we have. So this black money cannot enter into the banking channel to convert into the white money. So there are three stages of money laundering. The first one is placement, second is layering, and the third one is integration. Again, the first is very important, and the very important stage of money laundering, and very financial and very important for every financial institution. So the placement is very important. How the guy who collected the illegal money or dirty money from illegal sources and depositing into the bank. If you have a very strong controls, or if you have a very strong system, so this dirty money cannot be placed at the first stage. Once this is placed, then definitely it will go to the second stage, which is layering. But this means you hide those this transaction, and you convert, and you made these type of layers. You actually hide or conceal the originating amount. Mean, let's say you have deposited 10,000 dirty money into the bank, and you want to layer it. So you have transfer money to A, then A to B, B then again transfer to A then transfer to C, C then transfer to D, D then transfer to A. So you have created as multiple layers. So the guy who is investigating, or who is actually checking the transaction, cannot actually reach to the original transaction. So this is called layering. The third one is integration. Once the layering is done, then all funds converted into the luxury goods and to investments in the property, and you can buy houses, purchases. So you have the money trail actually. Once you go to buy the car, you have, if you want to give a dirty money to the any car owner, he will definitely not accept you. How can I take you 1 million in cash, deposit in my account? So if you will go to deposit your money to car owner account, then bank guy will definitely ask the proof of this income, or definitely ask you for the NIC, and so definitely you will don't provide. So this layering and placement is only done to convert all this money into integration. So these are the three main stages of money laundering. Examples of money laundering are cash structuring, smurfing, conducting financial transaction in a specific pattern to avoid deduction. Means you are transaction like structuring. You deposit 1,000, then 2,000, then 1,000, 2,000 to avoid actual deduction. To avoid, you are actually avoiding the threshold. If I give you the example of a currency transaction report, this is a 2 million of this requirement of the FMU, but in Pakistan. But if you are depositing 1.9 million to avoid deduction by the regulator or for the financial sector, so this is called the cash structuring. Second is cross-border bulk cash smuggling, physical transportation of cash and cash equivalent in or out of the country. You can see in previous couple of years back, there was a guy who was arrested by FIA, who was actually taking cash dollars, or I don't think so, dollar or Canadian cash, who was arrested by local FIA. He was actually smuggling cash in the luggage bag. So this is also called a money laundering example of money laundering. Rapid movement of fund. This means you are transferring and withdrawing, then again transferring. You are moving that type of funds into a different account and instantly and rapidly. That someone, if someone is deducted this transaction, and if he want to reverse working, he cannot reach to the original transaction to find out the laundered money. The fourth is trade-based money laundering. Trade-based money laundering is basically the invoicing. This is because of shipment invoicing, over invoicing, and under invoicing. Basically, if you want to purchase dollars, if you have imported something $100, but you want to you have an agreement to send respective money to someone else or someone in the account, so you have under invoices that send invoice of $50 to Pakistan, then $50 remaining to the other country, and vice versa for the over invoicing. So basically this trade type of transaction, this over and under invoicing of shipment, is also an example of money laundering. Hawala Hundi, alternative remittance system of everybody knows. Yeah, people are working on this. Is basically unregulated remittances. There are many people nowadays still are working with Hawala Hundi, but there are many organizations who are working to overcome with the Hawala Hundi things. People actually choose this mode of transaction, who actually don't want to show from where I am getting the money, or to avoid bank charges, to avoid transportation charges, to avoid bank charges. There are many charges. So basically, people are actually using Hawala Hundi system. Hawala Hundi is actually unregulated remittances system. You are getting cash in PKR, but you are sending money in AED. So how it is possible? You are not physically moving AED rupees in physically. So this is also a call of money laundering, example of money laundering. Mixing of legal and illegal funds. Mixing the process of obtained from illegal activity with legal funds in order to hide the illegal and black money. This can be actually if you are a businessman, or if you are a salaried person. If I am taking a salary of 10,000 rupees, but from any kind of favor I took 5,000 rupees, so it will deposit in my account, and it will easily can hide as this is my saving amount, or so this check and balance is very important if you are operating a legal account, but ultimately in different tenures or in different chunks, you get nominal type of amount to avoid this black money. So this is a case study actually I want to share. This actually a type of money laundering, and these are the actually red flags. What are the red flags? What type of things we have to notice to cater and to check it might be a money laundering aspect. This case study represents basically a KYC issue. Know your customer. A customer has opened an account for saving purpose and source of fund he mentioned as unemployed, means remittance. During a review, it was found that a customer received frequent remittances from UAE, but from a UAE national. Purpose of remittance he mentioned is a family member. These funds were immediately withdrawn as cash, either over the counter or ATM. Customer failed to share any documentary evidence to support this transaction. So there are many red flags. Means if I am a student here, my brother is working in UAE, so he will definitely send me 10,000 rupees for my pocket money or for the household expenditure. But it will send by my brother, not by the UAE national, Arab national. So this one is the one red flag. It might be someone else is sending me money, and he's saying this is for a family maintenance. How Arab nationals send Pakistani national money for the family maintenance, and these funds are frequently deposited and immediately withdrawn through cash or over the counter or via ATM. It probably is a red flag of hawala only. Probably someone Arab national is sending money to AED in the Pakistan, and Pakistani families is taking money from the local guy, the unemployed guy. So there is a possibility of there is a red flag of hawala only, and customer again failed to provide any documentation of the transaction. So again, it's a red flag if I am asking what type of a transaction is it, why Arab national is sending you a transaction. So this is again a red flag, and this is again one of the example of money laundering. So these type of transaction which is not in line with the customer profile of the customer, these type of transaction can be reported to our regulator, which is FMU, Financial Monitoring Unit. So they further investigated their end. In recent our AML Act, they have also advised and they also written these type of account can be closed or blocked as per the bank discretion if their KYC information or is not completed or customer is unable to provide any documentary evidence. So we have the question to block and to report these type of accounts to the regulator. Before moving to the financing of terrorism, can we have the question on money laundering and the stages of money laundering, if anybody want?
I think we should continue for now. The questions that
Okay.
are highlighted will be covered in time, inshallah.
Okay. Moving toward the terrorist financing, this is actually another form, but this does not involve actually illegal money. So if I read the last highlighted line in blue, unlike money laundering, where the process is to make dirty money appears clean, terrorist financing often involves clean money being used for criminal purpose. Why it is written so? Basically, a person who is supporting the terrorist activity doesn't mean he have illegal funds he have. Basically, this terrorist financing was done through these NGO, NPO type accounts, just because of these accounts are also marked as high risk by the State Bank of Pakistan. They also required to be more vigilant where the funds are coming from and what are the utilization of these funds. So if I go to this slide, terrorist financing may originate from both legitimate business or from the criminal activity. Example: donation from wealthy individuals and companies. I have money. I'm a wealthy individual. I have a proper money, but I can donate, and there are companies who are donating. Common base fundraising in the name of charitable relief or religious organization. You can see there are many fundraising activity performed by individuals by their own, making a fundraising and there are multiple charitable organizations. If you see back in 2008 when the earthquake happened, there are many organizations come who are actually collecting the funds. Nowadays there are the flood relief money organization who was collecting the funds. But actually how these funds are these funds are utilizing for the donation purpose or the any terrorist activity. These need to be ascertained by the guy who is studying in the financial sector. Proceed driven from legal and commercial enterprises, gift from family members, transferring inheritance from the high risk. This is very important. You can see if I am Pakistani, how can I get inherent property or inherent fund from a high risk jurisdiction like Africa, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq? This is not possible. Proceeds from activities such as drug trade, smuggling of weapons and other fraud, kidnapping and extortion. Actually, these also a kind of a donation or illegal money. So both money laundering and terrorist financing involve movement of money in such a way as to separate the source and ultimate destination of the fund. But actually, they both hide the originating of the fund, from where this is illegal or legal, or this is going to be a white, or this is going to be a utilized in the terrorist activity. But the mode of collecting funds and the source of fund actually are different. There's money laundering come up from the illegal sources, but terrorist financing come from legal and illegal sources. So there is a difference between money laundering and terrorist financing. Money laundering is used for profit, but terrorist financing is used for ideological. What their money laundering is used for profit. I want profit, I want money. But terrorist financing want this the thing to be happened, the blast to be happened, the activity, the terrorist activity to be happened. So I am actually supporting, I am motivated to support this activity. Source funds are typically derived from criminal activity, but in the terrorist financing, funds may or may not be driven through illegal means. Means could be a charitable donation. Charitable donation, I am donating 10,000 rupees, but someone else is donating $10,000. So I cannot differentiate the who is a money launderer, who is supporting the terror. But the utilization of this activity, the utilization of the account need to be ascertained. The funds are moving in cash or transferring to any illegal organization or to the charitable. If we are running a charitable organization of food, so there must be a withdrawal or transfer money to the food industry. If we are buying milk, so we can transfer fund to Unilever or Allpurs guy. So these need to be ascertained where we are actually utilizing these funds. Size, this is a large amount. Money laundering, it can be a large amount, but in terrorist financing can be of any size, but tend to be a smaller. But I am donating 10,000 rupees on daily basis or weekly basis, or I have a multiple number of persons who is actually depositing 10,000 rupees in 10 counts. So it can be, it depends on the size, or it depends on the nature of account. Method will use any potential method to hide source of funds, including structuring technique. Just we have discussed structuring and rapid movement of funds. So in money laundering, the main difference is in terrorist financing will be focused on delivering funds to the end user, and money likely to be used in formal value transfer system, means hawala undi or exchange company. In method, this actually hide money laundering hide actual originating transaction converting into the integration. But in terrorist financing, all money can be withdrawn or delivered through currency exchange or hawala undi to the organization who are actually involved in the terrorist activity or who are supporting it. Ultimate purpose to integrate funds into the legitimate financial system, because you want money to be white, so you need to enter into the financial system. But in terrorist activity, the financing of terrorist act, terrorist and terrorist organization, means objective or ultimate purpose is to act on support this organization. But in money laundering, the ultimate our purpose is to deposit the funds into the financial sector and make it wide through financial system. So there are some local regulations in Pakistan. The AML Act, this is the prime document for anti-money laundering, which was established, AML Act 2010. Pakistan criminalized money laundering through AML Ordinance 2007. This was later amended and enhanced in the form of an act called Anti-Money Laundering 2010. This was actually now recent in 2020. It was updated when FATF actually put Pakistan in the grey list. So we have we have updated in the 7th section. I have discussed in the upper slide that we have a cushion to not to hold the customer or terminate the customer or to report a customer. Actually, this requirement was updated in the AML Act in 7A, conducting CDD. Every reporting entity shall conduct CDD in the manner as may prescribed and in accordance with the provision of this act in the following manner. Entering into a means once you are entering into a relationship, you have to conduct your CDD or EDD. CDD means customer due diligence and EDD means enhanced due diligence. Second is conducting occasional transaction above the prescribed threshold. Means if one customer unemployed category has opened an account with the source of income of 10,000, but unfortunately he is continuously performing transaction of more than 1 million, 2 million, 4 million. So you can ask the customer due diligence, okay, how from where you are getting this money. Where there is a suspicion of money laundering or terrorist act, but if you found any suspicious activity, you have to call the customer or conduct CDD to inquire the transaction, to ask the documents, supporting documents against the transaction in order to take it suspicious or not. Where there is a doubt about veracity or adequacy of previously document or obtained data. Means I have opened an account as a UBL salaried individual and I have manipulated that I am a head of compliance, but in actual I am not a head of compliance. I am not getting a salary of rupees 1 lakh, but unfortunately I have receiving remittances or cash deposit from other sources. So there is a doubt. Okay, a business guy have a doubt to check this data again, so he can call conduct CDD once again. Every reporting entity shall identify the customer, verify customer identity on the basis of documents, data, or information obtained from reliable and independent sources. Actually, this all requirements are conducting CDD from the customer end. You have to have sure that customer the data provided by the customer or the things provided by the customer are genuine, or the account I am going to open is on the correct documents. There are information available on the Google. There are systems available to obtain data of the customer. We have biometric nowadays to verify the customer identity. So there are actually systems and measures to verify and to actually check the benefit, ownership, and identity of the customer. In section C, 7C, the requirement of record keeping is 5 years of the customer. Basically, this requirement, 5 years of requirement is basically starts from the closure of the relationship. If I have opened account in 2010 and closed in 2022, so it's mean for the next 5 years, my bank has to retain my documents in order to for any business correspondence or any inquiry. In section 70, inability to complete CDD and tipping off. If customer is not providing any type of document, is not providing any document against transaction, post-facto transaction monitoring. So in 70, it was clearly mentioned that customer relationship can be terminated and reported to the financial monitoring unit for as STR, suspicious transaction report. But it's also said don't tip off this thing to the customer, because if you say the customer is reported to the FMU or some LEA, so there might be a possibility that these customer will not perform any transaction from any banking channel. So this is a requirement to not tip off any kind of information to customer. In 7E, anonymous business relationship and transaction, no reporting entity shall enter into a relationship or conduct any transaction with a customer who is anonymous or provided a fictitious name. For example, ABC company is transferring money or want to open an account which is not registered, or not going to be registered, or their business location is not registered. So there are 15 regulations provided by the State Bank of Pakistan. These actually are revised in 2021. So there are 15 regulations provided by the State Bank, where bank have performed, are currently performing on these regulations. The first is customer risk-based approach to AML CFT. How the risk-based approach can be performed. Customer diligence we have discussed in section 7 of AML. Reliance on third-party financial institution. Basically, in this area, State Bank provided guidelines on the reliance on third party, because there are many transactions who are bank to banks are transferring money to the customer account, but actually the transaction come from another country to the one bank and then transferring to the other bank. So these regulations are actually suggested. Targeted financial sanction under sanction UNSC Act and ATA. This is basically Anti-Terrorist Act 1997, where the sanction evaded persons' names are included. The Regulation 5 is of PEP, how to monitor, how to open the account of PEP, what approvals are required. Similarly, in the case in NGO and NPO charity accounts, reporting of transaction, how STR can be reported and how many days CTR requirement and how CTR can be reported. Regulation 8 is about record keeping. We have discussed the record keeping was for the 5 years from the date of closure date. Regulation 9 is for correspondent banking. Basically, we have Nostro and Vostro account. What are the requirements to maintain Nostro and Vostro account if we do not have a branch in America? So how we transfer, and what is our intermediary bank? What are the measures we have to perform with respect to AML and CFT? Regulation is 10 is about money exchange companies. How we are performing transactions and how they open our account and what type of transaction they can made and what type of currency they are moving out and in. Regulation 10 is about fund transfer. Regulation 12 is about new technologies. Basically, in new technologies they have described as what systems and which type of system you incorporate.
I think we have lost Abdul Qayyum Sheikh. Abdul Qayyum, we cannot hear you. Are you still connected? Abdul Qayyum is experiencing some technical difficulties. He'll be back online in a minute. I think you're back online.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Ji, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. You can continue.
Hello. Okay. Okay, sorry guys, there was some problem in my laptop. Suddenly it was hanged. So I was talking about the regulation 12. Regulation 12 is about the technologies, how technologies can impact on the AML CFT. What type of technologies you want to use. Regulation is 13 about internal controls. The more focus area was introduced by the State Bank of Pakistan, that how internal controls can be used in the effective measures. Countermeasures for high-risk jurisdictions. They have provided the list and how to perform measures in this jurisdiction, what kind of approval they need, what kind of transaction we have to perform. Regulation is 15 about the regulations and supervisions of the financial sector. So this is from this AML and CFT section. So we can have the question and answer session for the AML and TF section.
Okay, we have couple. I won't say couple. There are a lot of questions. So there are some questions that I marked for later, and I'll just pick the important questions since we have already passed 11 minutes from the clock. So there's a question from Mohammad Ijaz, and that is, what is the benchmark of data accuracy in banking industry?
Data accuracy is about the data analytics portion you want to ask, or with the
Yes.
AML CFT portion?
No, no. It's about the data analytics.
Okay. So accuracy, I have already told you that accuracy of the data is very important for any kind of analysis. if you don't have the accuracy data, means if you don't have the income of the customer, okay, so what kind of analysis you want to perform? Or if you don't have the source of fund of the customer, what kind of analysis you want to perform? How you ascertain the customer profile? What kind of pitch you want to, if he's you mark this customer as an individual, but actually he is a businessman. So for individual we have separate kind of analysis, for separate kind of penetrations. For business we have separate type of accounts, separate type of facilities we have. So accuracy of data definitely is very important for any kind of analytics you want to perform.
Okay, the next question is from Mohammed Umar. He's confused about the proliferation activity being categorized as a financial crime. He wants to understand if you can explain that.
Yes, actually, this was introduced in the recent actually in the FATF regime. There is no any particular definition or particular thing defined, but FATF have mentioned in their notes that any kind of activity, if you want to support that organization or any individual in any kind of activity, means if you are supplying a nut bolt for the weapons or the mass weapons or the nuclear weapons, and you are supporting this, so you cannot perform or import these or export these type of material, and the funds are coming to support and to send this is illegal. Or even if you are just transporting these goods to that company, so this is also illegal. So this is actually restricted to our nuclear weapons, and this are actually illegal.
Okay, Mohammed Muni wants to know, can you please explain smurfing again?
Smurfing basically a type of structuring. You are depositing cash to conceal the amount which are not to be deducted. I have quoted the example that we have the requirement. If there is a requirement to deposit, if you are going to deposit $10,000 in a one chunk, in a one deposit, so it can be reported to a regulator. But for smurfing and you are structuring this transaction, you are depositing $9,000, you are depositing $8,000, or you are depositing $10,000 by coming to the branch with 10 people, $1,000. So this is called smurfing and cash structuring.
Thank you, well explained. Next question would be, can you shed light on identification and investigation of terrorist financing, how things are evaluated throughout the value chain finance?
Basically, terrorist financing can be checked through these type of accounts which are open under a charitable organization. So their actually funding can be checked from where they are depositing. If there are organizations which are coming from outside, I don't want to name the NGO organization. We have checked there are multiple types of foreign funding in this account, but ultimately these fundings was withdrawn through cash or transfer in other individual's account, and then again transferred through or transferred in another individual account, and then transfer and withdrawn through cash. So these type of transactions, you actually need to ascertain the actual transaction. You have to reverse working to go to the actual transaction from where these funds are coming in and from where it was coming out, going out. So you need to ascertain this triangle to ascertain this transaction is pertains to money laundering or terrorist financing. Ji.
Okay. Amir wants to know, how can be anti-money laundering measures in Pakistan helpful. So let me rephrase. How useful can be anti-money laundering measures in Pakistan, where monthly inward flow of funds from expat is over 2 billion, and the government of Pakistan is heavily dependent upon these funds?
No, which I cannot understand actually the question is. What government of Pakistan is restricting? 2 million?
No, the government of Pakistan is not restricting. Basically, his question is that Pakistan faces an inward of remittance from overseas Pakistanis, and that amount is around 2 billion uh, PKR per month. And
Okay.
government of Pakistan is heavily dependent upon these remittances that are sent by overseas Pakistanis. So, in such circumstances, how useful can anti-money laundering be for Pakistan?
Yeah. There are two different types of customers from overseas Pakistani are sending money. This if you are depositing 2 million in your own account, if you want to deposit the account, you have to open the Roshan digital account. In Roshan digital account, definitely the person who is opening the account has the salary or have the nationality or is working outside the Pakistan, who is actually opening his Roshan digital account and depositing his own money to his own account. But if you are transferring or money to Abdul Karim is transferring money to Feroz, so there need to be a source of document. There need to be a source which need to be provided to the bank to prove your transaction that this is not the money laundered fund or your brother has supported for the purchase of house or purchase of land or purchase of something, a car, and or if you want to get married, so they actually are supporting. So you need to show the wealth of this that brother or the person who is actually sending you money. But in Roshan digital account, you have to you are going to open your own account and you are providing your wealth statement, your FBR, and your income proof, and you are depositing your own dollars or foreign currency in your Roshan digital account. So there is a difference between these two type of transactions.
Okay. What are the threshold to classify a transaction in suspicious cash transaction and or large cash transaction?
There is a no threshold on suspicious. It depends on the behavior of the account. It depends on the behavior of deposit and withdrawal of the account. It depends the structuring behavior. It depends on the rapid movement of funds. But there is no threshold. But definitely, the financial sectors who are operating, there are systems in compliance systems. There are systems who are actually have their own thresholds based on their risk appetite. So which transaction which we need to review or which transaction which we can be skipped through risk-based approach. So it's totally depend on the behavior.
Okay. Numan wants to know what are Nostro accounts.
Basically, there are two accounts, Nostro and Vostro. If you there are banks which operating in outside Pakistan, like UBL is operating in UAE, Bahrain, Qatar, and yeah, UK. So if I want to send money if I have a customer, I have to send money to the US. So I want an intermediary account which is called Nostro. I have to send my money to this intermediary bank, which can be a Citibank or JP Morgan or HSBC. So they can ultimately transfer these customer funds to a US branch. Similarly, there are a JP Morgan bank or some other banks in the US which we don't have any branch in Pakistan. So there is a intermediary bank like Citi or JP Morgan who process this transaction and send money to account. This is called Vostro. So this basically a chapter of correspondent banking where this Nostro and Vostro accounts were described, and their AML function was described, how this transaction can be performed and what AML risk can be AML AML measures can be taken to mitigate the AML risk.
Okay, thank you, Abdul Karim, for answering all these questions. There are a couple of more questions, but these questions are not directly related to our topics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Abdul Karim in our BFSI group, the WhatsApp group. I hope Abdul Karim won't mind, and you guys can ask these questions, and whenever it is feasible for Abdul Karim, he can answer those questions. We have taken a lot of time uh, beyond our schedule of Abdul Qayyum, and obviously all the participants. Anything beyond 2 hours is difficult to digest, in my opinion. So let's just call it a day and draw a line here. I'll add Abdul Qayyum Sheikh, and if there are any other questions, you can use the BFSI group. Remember, the objective of that group is to interact with each other, obviously on the subject matter. So thank you so much, Abdul Karim, for your time. It was a lot of knowledge that we would need to consume, and we would need the presentations. Obviously, you can email me those presentations, and I'll hand it over to the participants through our Google Drive. You're welcome, Umar. Thank you for taking interest in the topic as well. Over to you, Abdul Karim, if you would like to add anything. I think Abdul Karim is.
No, Feroz, thank you very much. Thank you all the participants who have.
I think we have lost Abdul Karim again.
Feroz, can you hear me? I cannot hear you actually now.
Now I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you, Feroz, and thank you all the participants. Thank you, ACC Pakistan, for giving me an opportunity to provide this most relevant sections and most relevant topics to our ACCA members, which will be benefit. Thoroughly enjoy throughout the session to provide this session. I hopefully all the participants have gained the desired knowledge and all the things. If any kind of question you have, you can directly message me or email me so I can answer or I can help you out in any kind of information you want.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, especially Abdul Karim Sheikh, for taking out time for your fellow ACC members. And we will be meeting again in our next topic next week. That is on 12th September. So until then, keep the group alive. I'll make sure that I share the material and all the relevant recording links to you guys in time. Until then, have a good or a great week ahead, and thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.